back to the YouTube channel on Pro Enzo Vids, and this is my round 4 NRL tips of 2022. Yeah, so this is gonna be a good round, I reckon. Looking at some of the games and what we've got coming for the weekend, and yeah, I just think looking through it briefly, it's gonna be a good round of footy. Like got Penrith and South's the grand final rematch. You know, some games like Manly Canberra and Roosters Cowboys could be better than expected based on some clubs' form as of late. So, you know, it should be another good round ahead in general. So I'm looking forward to it. But before I start, make sure you do like the video, subscribe to the channel. Currently 1,580 subscribers, looking to get to 1,600 by early April at least. So if you're new watching the channel right now and haven't subscribed yet, I would recommend you do so if you can. So yeah, thank you for those new subscribers and recent support. But yeah, this is my round 4 tip. So sit back and enjoy. And yeah, this is my tip for the Titans versus Tigers game. So yeah, on the Thursday night, we've got the Titans versus the West Tigers at the Seabus Super Stadium, home of the Gold Coast Titans, obviously. So yeah, going through both teams. So new recruit that was signed last week, Jamal Sarko, is going to make his club debut for the Titans at fullback, with Jaden Campbell being out because of a rib injury. So that's pretty interesting to see how he goes. Osaka in his first game as a Titan, and Corey Thompson returns from injury and replaces Philip Samuel on the wing because of COVID. And as for the Tigers team now, James Roberts, Kevin Marlowe, and Kelma Tuolangi are all back from injuries. Luke Garner and Alex Seyfarth goes to the bench, and Stafford Toa and Jake Simpkin drop to reserves, and Zane Musgrove starts a prop with Stefano Utoikamanu out because of an ankle injury. In this game, I think the Titans will be a bit too good at home. You know, I think Tigers will be desperate for a win, but I just think Titans back at home should get the job done. And I think while Campbell's a big loss, I think Osaka will step up and do well in his club debut. So I'm going to tip Titans just by about 6 points, but I'm not confident though, because they let a 22-0 lead go away. So I can't promise anything, but I will tip Gold Coast by 6. On to the first game of 2 on the Friday. It is the Sharks and the Newcastle Knights at PointsBet Stadium at Cronulla. So Sharks home game, obviously. So yeah, going for the Sharks team. So CSC Talakai starts from the back row to the centres this week because of Connor Tracy being out with an injury. Teague Wilton returns from suspension, starts in the back row, and Ian Tolman, who will play his 300th game this Friday. So yeah, big achievement there for Tolman. As for Newcastle, Callum Pong is back from injury, but will he actually play? I have to wait and see. But yeah, he starts at fullback, and Brody Jones replaces Mitch Barnett in the back row, who will be out for a long time. Barnett with a hit last week on Chris Smith against the Panthers, and Swasso Sue replaces Matt Croker on the bench, and that's about it for the Knights. But yeah, for this game, this will be a good game. I really think this will be a good game. Both teams have started the season fairly well, and I think this will be a very good match, like I said. So, but yeah, I guess it's at home, and I think Sharks look stronger in a way, so I'll tip them just to win by about 10 points. I reckon by 10 points. Like, I reckon they'll win by 10, but it won't be like a massive win, you know? It won't be a massive 10-point win. It'll be like a more of a sort of tight 10-point win. Like, I reckon 26 points to 16 or something like that, I reckon. So, yeah, I think Sharks will get the job done on Friday, so Sharks to win. On to arguably the game of the round on the Friday, so the second game of 2, and far out. I cannot wait. Grand final rematch. And Cleary's back for Penrith, and it's just a big game. I mean, whenever there is a grand final rematch, it's always going to be a much anticipated match, and I really am looking forward to it. So, Panthers, Rabbitohs, cannot wait. So, going for the Panthers team, Nathan Cleary is back, like I said. He starts a halfback with Sullivan going to the reserves. Chris Smith's out because of his concussion, and Lindsay Smith comes on the bench to make his NRL debut, I believe. As for Rabbitohs, they've got no changes after last week's win against the Roosters. So, look, my tip for this game, I want to tip Rabbitohs to win, like I seriously do, because I think Souths can cause an upset like they did against Roosters. But the way the Panthers are going without particular players, you know, no matter, it just goes to show you that no matter who they have out, or how many players they have out at Penrith, they always seem to turn up every week and do a job. And they're just a really good run foundation type side, I think, and well, they lay a good foundation as a club, and they're a well-run side basically. So I think they'll get the job done at home. Cleary's back, and I think they'll be up for it. So Panthers by 12 on Friday. On to Super Saturday now. It is the Warriors taking on the Broncos at Redcliffe Moreton Daily Stadium. So obviously that's the Warriors' current home ground they're using for now. So yeah, this is a very interesting game because I don't know who to tip. It's very tough to pick between these two sides, but going for the Warriors team, Sean Johnson's been named on the extended bench in jersey 24, so if he does play, that's yet to be known, but yeah, he's been named on the extended bench, and Jack Emerge, he's been moved to the bench as well, and Base Student has been dropped out, and ISC Katoa is named to play despite an eye injury against the Tigers. On to the Broncos team now. Kurt Capewell is apparently battling a calf problem, so if he plays on a Saturday, have to wait and see. Tom Flegler's back from suspension, starts on the bench. Jordan Rickey's been named despite a rib injury. Ryan James is starting at prop, while Tisa Rabati joins the bench, and Corey Jensen drops to reserves this time. So, look, my tip for this game, I had a bit of a think about this one because I wasn't sure actually who to tip, but look, I think in this game I will tip Brisbane to win. I think Brisbane should definitely bounce back. I can't see Reynolds having two quiet games 2 weeks in a row. Look, if Johnson plays, that's huge, but I think Broncos will be a little bit too good on the day, I reckon. So I'm going to tip Broncos by about 8 points, but Warriors can definitely win as well. So it's a very 50-50 game, but seriously, yeah, look, seriously, it's going to be 50-50, but look, I'll just tip the Broncos because I trust them a bit more. On to the second game of Super Saturday. It's my boys, the Sea Eagles, taking on the Raiders at Mudgee. So, if you remember, last year, Manly took a game to Glenn Willis Stadium, which is obviously in Mudgee. And, yeah, we played the Titans that day, and we obviously won 36 points to nil. And, yeah, I think we take an occasional game at Mudgee every year now. So, that's going to be great to see. And, yeah, we're taking the Raiders there, obviously. So, going for the Manly team, Des Hasler, the coach, obviously sticks with mostly the same side, no changes, apart from Josh Aloye, who is back from suspension from last year. So, he's been named as jersey 19 in the reserves, and I expect him to play. So, I guess the reason why he's been named in reserves is because Des is tossing up between who he might replace Aloye with and bring him in and out, and who he'll go in, obviously, and someone will go out. So he's obviously going to assess that during the week at training and who will drop out for Aloye. So that's what I mean. Sorry, but yeah, other than that, no changes to Manly. For Raiders, Nick Kotrick's back from a quad injury, and that's the only change there. Sebastian Chris drops out. Yeah, my tip for this game. I wasn't confident at first with Manly, but looking at it more, I think we can get the job done. I think we need that win last week, and I think that's going to give us confidence to sort of back it up and go again. And, surely we win at Mudgee. I mean, Mudgee's a pretty special ground for us. We travel there once per year, so got to turn up, and we've got to get a win, I think, and I think we will do it. So I will back us to win by about 12 points, but don't think we're going to win anything by more than 12, I reckon. So, yeah, Manly by 12, I reckon. So, hopefully we win. Now, moving on to the last game of Super Saturday, it is the Cowboys versus the Roosters at Queensland Country Bank Stadium, home of the Cowboys, obviously. Yeah, look, this is actually pretty tough to pick because I think we've heard today the news of Trent Robinson, the Roosters coach. Robinson's obviously caught COVID, so he won't be travelling to Townsville. So I think Jason Riles is the interim coach for that game, so that'll be a bit tough for Roosters. But, looking at Cowboys' recent form, they've been very good, the Cowboys. Have started the season a bit better than I expected, and that they might actually challenge the Roosters on Saturday. I really think they could have a chance of winning, but, yeah, we'll see anyway. But, yeah, I go for both teams now, so, yeah, go for the Cowboys team. Todd Payne's named pretty much the same side. Cohen Hess is still in the 17 despite getting a minor shoulder injury, but he'll be expected to play at this stage. And as for Roosters, there's only one change, and that's Daniel Sluka for Fafita. Starts on the bench with Fletcher Baker being dropped from the team. But other than that, that's the only changes for both sides. Now, getting to my tip, yeah, I was having a big think about this as well. I was having a hard think about it because, Cowboys have been good, and I think at home that's going to help them. After winning at Suncorp Stadium, going back home the next week is going to help their confidence a lot, I reckon. But I think of it this way: the Roosters as well. That they rarely have bad back-to-back games. The Roosters, so I took that into account as well. But look, I think the Roosters will get the job done, but I wouldn't rule out Cowboys at all. So I'll tip Roosters at this stage to win by about 10 points, but not confident. No, I'm not. I think they will win, but I'm not confident that they will win by more than 10 points. Not a 13 plus sort of scoreline. So Roosters to win. All right, moving on to the Sunday fixtures. The first game of 2, it is the Storm versus the Bulldogs at Amy Park in Melbourne. So looking at the Storm's team, Xavier Coates and Harry Grant will both return from one being a hamstring, one from being or contracting COVID. So they'll be back this week for Melbourne. Brandon Smith goes to the bench, and Nick Meaney and Chris Dills dropped through the reserves. As for the Bulldogs, Jack Hetherington's out for the whole season, obviously, with a shoulder injury, which is very sad to hear. But Corey Waddell does start in the back row, and I think he'll do a good job there. Since how he started the season so far, he's going to get an opportunity to start in the back row, so they better make the most of it. Luke Thompson starts at prop, and Ava Samano Fago joins the bench. So that's the only changes there for the Bulldogs. But yeah, my tip for this game, I think the Storm will be way too good, but they won't win by a whole lot, I reckon. I think the Dogs' defense has been a little bit better this year. I think they'll hang on and maybe only lose 1-12, I reckon. So I think Storm will win 1-12 by about 12 points at best, I reckon. So yeah, I think it'll be a tight game, I reckon. So Storm to win though. Now, moving on to the final game of round 4, it is the Dragons and the Eels at Combank Stadium. So, yeah, home of Parramatta. And, this rounds up round 4. So, going for the Eels team, doesn't see much changes apart from Ryan Madison being back from a hamstring injury and joins the bench. And Bryce Cartwright comes back as well and replaces Warren Gregg. And Ray Stone's obviously out as well. So, that means Madison, Cartwright coming in for both Gregg and Stone, in other words. As for Dragons, Matt Feagai or Fiagi, however you say the last name, I'm still trying to figure out how to say it. But anyway, you know who I mean. He starts on the wing for Cody Ramsey, who's injured with a hamstring. Jack Kuzeski starts in the back row for the suspended Jaden Sewer. And Aaron Woods joins the bench as well, back from hamstring injury. So, yeah, Dragons going to get a couple back, so that's good. But in this game, it's very tough to pick because I don't know if Parramatta can back up what they did last week. And I look at Dragons, and Dragons have a lot to prove after last week as well. So it's very tough to pick. But yeah, I will tip. You know what? I'm going to tip Dragons for an upset. I think Dragons will get the win here. Call me stupid, but looking at how the recent record of Dragons' record is over teams like Parramatta, it's been pretty good the past couple of years, and I think Dragons can get the job done here. So I think Dragons will get the job done, and I think they'll win by about 2 points, I reckon. It'll be a very close game, and I think they'll get an upset win. So that's my big call of the week, Dragons to win. So everyone, that brings the end to the video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all the very next one. So thanks for watching.